technical problems appears.
Yeah.
All right, so we're live. That's cool.
I think it's actually working.
That's fancy. Yes. So we're live.
Nice.
You're on the beach here.
Yeah, sorry, man. I get carried away.
That's normal. All right, so welcome to this live. We have here Charlie Gregory. Thanks, man, for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me, man. Happy to be here.
It's a real pleasure. Been following you for a while already, and really nice what you're doing. So congrats for that, and it's really nice to have you here sharing a bit of your knowledge with these people. So
cheers.
today we're about to get to Halloween, so we thought a good subject to talk about on drumming is ghost notes. It's thematic. So let's talk about ghosts, and we want to make it very practical. So we don't want to go too much into theory and history of ghost notes, and more like we want people to get out of this live knowing what they wanna, how to practice it, how to apply these ghost notes to level up their drumming. So that's the idea. And just for everyone that is staying, we have a giveaway in the end of this live. So stay to the end because you have to answer some questions in the end to be able to win a Drum Coach premium subscription. So yeah, stay to the end and you're gonna see it. Let's start. How about with a quick challenge? Charlie, I'm gonna play something here, and you figure out what you do.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Let's warm up a bit. This. Let's go. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, that's coming through.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. Let's now explore some dynamics. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. 3, 4.
So 1, 2, 3.
All right. Cool. We feel we're ready.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Nice. All right, cool. So let's talk a bit about ghosts. First, what are ghosts for you? Why do you use ghosts? Like, why do we use ghosts in drumming?
Well, I mean, I always think ghost notes are quiet or quieter notes on the snare drum, right? And I would say the main use in grooves is just to give everything a bit more of a feel. You allow the grooves to breathe more. If you put ghost notes in there, you give them a bit more sauce, a bit more stank. And you can also fill in a lot of the space, you know. If stuff is slower tempo and more open, you put some ghosts in there, you give it a bit more of a idea for the audience to sort of latch onto, I think. And then also in fills, I use them a lot to just fill in space, you know. If you want fills to sound super intense and in your face, if you use the ghost notes in there, you can really fill in between your accents and get that super intense sound. So yeah, man, very useful.
Okay, can we consider then ghost notes being just like super low volume notes in general? It can be in the snare drum, it can be in the tones, it can be anywhere. Can we
Oh,
consider the same thing, or is there anything specific that we say, oh, this is a ghost or not, this is a low volume note?
I mean, it's a hard one to define, I think, because you can definitely do ghost notes with your kick drum just as much as you can do it with your snare drum, you know?
Okay, no.
So I guess it is everywhere. For me, mainly on the snare drum. That might just be me being very uncreative and only using them on the snare drum. But yeah, no,
Oh,
I think they're pretty universal. I mean, if you look
okay.
at marching drummers, they use ghosts just as much, if not more, than kit
hmm
players.
Okay.
So yeah, all round, I reckon.
Yeah, if I consider, for example, when you're doing something on the snare drum and the hi hat, and then you just do like different accents in the hi hat, ti cha. This is
Mm,
the ghost followed by an accent, right? It's or is it a low volume and then followed back? It's the same, right? Can we
yeah,
consider?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. And when do you think ghost notes appear in your learning journey? Like you're a beginner, it just starts to get your first grooves. Should you already start looking at ghost notes, or when's the right moment?
I mean, I guess it's. I mean, you want to have a solid idea of how to play a normal dynamic note.
Okay.
Is what I always say. I don't like to make people learn ghost notes if they can't um, execute regular volume strokes, because it's very easy to kind of start doing buzzes and stuff if you're trying to bring stuff down. So I
Sure.
guess you wanna know some rudiments. You want to know paradiddle. You want to be comfortable with double stroke roll, and playing beats
hmm
at both dynamic levels
Okay.
before you kind of get into ghosts, I would say.
hmm Okay. So you see people starting. I mean, if I start playing drums today, I'll get to my ghost notes probably in 6 months.
I reckon
Is that
so.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon so. If you do 200 hours a day on Drum Coach app, then absolutely.
Then that's the 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. And do you have a specific way to practice ghost notes?
I like to. I mean, are we talking sort of beginner starting off, or what I do now?
I think let's talk about both scenarios. Like first beginners, like how you should start adding those ghosts to the practice, and then higher
Sure,
level.
sure. I mean, I like to. I'll get the pad out here. I like
Sure.
to just play single strokes
Mm-hmm.
as 16th notes, right? So one E
Mm-hmm.
and a. So you have four different subdivision parts of that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you want to do is just play an accent on each one of those and then shift it. So you've got three
Okay.
ghost notes and one accent, basically. So that on the
Mm-hmm.
first part of the 16th, you get like,
Okay. That's it.
and then you move it,
Mm-hmm.
and then so
Okay.
you learn to move the accent, and if you can move the accent, then you are playing the ghost notes in different places, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you can go through and you can do that with different rudiments. You could change the sticking instead of just doing a single stroke roll.
Mm-hmm.
Doubles are great. Thomas Lang does a lot where he's moving the accents between the double stroke roll,
Okay.
and paradiddles as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of building from there.
Mm-hmm. Playing with volumes inside any structure. Then
Exactly,
it's cool
exactly.
that this exercise that you mentioned now is an exercise we have in drum coach.
Hey,
If you
there you
just
go.
yeah, exactly that, moving accents in single stroke rolls.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and when it gets to more advanced level, like how does practicing ghost notes changes for you?
Well, I like to. I mean, within sort of fill stuff like that, I like to do essentially what I've just done, but instead of just playing ghosts or all the ghosts as singles, I like to double them. So if we're
Okay.
playing the same thing, uh, but you just double the
Okay.
ghosts,
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
right? And then you get to the stage where you can put the accents on whichever notes you want, right? So you can come up with melodies, and you can just improvise them with the accents. So you'd get like.
That's cool.
Stuff. Right?
Because you have everything filled in the middle, but with more. That's cool. But then when ghost notes you start adding ghost notes to grooves.
Yes.
Then that's another way to apply ghost notes, right?
Definitely.
How to practice that then?
Well, I mean, I was thinking about this. I think the easiest thing to do is think of them as patterns. Again, rudiments are great. So the first ghost note beat I would teach someone would be a paradiddle. Okay, so if you take a paradiddle and you play it between the hi-hat and the snare, so right, left, right, yeah, and then you accent the first single on the left hand. And you do everything else low, and then you put a kick drum on the one, so you get more of a beat. You can really start to feel how those ghost notes affect the vibe of the beat, right? So like. Really just lean into how quiet you want them, and how you want to make it sound, and you can even shift them within that beat, you know.
Okay, so could it be that maybe it's easier to think it in a way that you think about the pattern, and then you think about the accents instead of thinking about the accents and then trying to fill it up with other things? Like,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
think the pattern, play it very soft, and then you just decide which notes to accent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what I do. A lot of especially when you see sort of linear drumming that goes on a lot these days when people are doing crazy stuff, it's all based around rudiments, you know. It's only ever a double or a single with whatever hand. Yeah. So yeah, that is my thing. I just love taking rudiments and seeing how far I can push them, you know, with the accents and the ghosts.
Cool. But then we have also another way to apply it, which is when, we have the hi-hat or the ride constant, right? Doing one pattern, and then you start filling up the snare drum or whatever with ghost notes, maybe doing a different pattern that breaks it, right?
This is it. Yeah, you can sort of jump between stuff, and that's when it starts to really come into its own.
Like even like comping in jazz, that you're just playing the melody and talking to. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
There's one thing I like to think a lot when I'm trying to add more ghost notes to add density to the groove, is think about the ghosts and a hi-hat, low volume hi-hat being kind of the same function in the groove, the same purpose.
Yeah.
So instead of doing diggy diggy dee in the hi-hat, I can do dee ka dee ka dee. I just, but it gives much more flavor to it. So it's kind of the same function, the ghost notes and a hi-hat with low volume. You just diggy 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 diggy.
100%.
Yeah.
It's that I always think of it as it breathes more, you know. It's the difference between playing something like a drum machine would play it and playing something how a human would play it, you know.
Yeah, let's try to create some examples of like a normal fill probably, and then a fill adding ghost notes to it, or adding these dynamics, or a normal groove.
Yeah.
Can you show us a bit?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what you guys call it, but I call it the money beat, and it's this one. Right, Billie Jean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can add ghost notes to that pretty easily if, instead of thinking of the hands as playing two patterns, if you think right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and then you kind of mess yourself around because you're going to have to use your right hand to play an accent, which isn't the worst thing. But essentially how that would sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's just right, left, and
Hmm.
then you move that right
It's
hand
cool.
for that accent.
Yeah. It asks for variations in the bass drum. It asks for a groove, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because then you start coming up with more stuff, and that's when I get carried away.
Yeah. Cool. So I think there's a good thing to ask you about ghost notes, which is
Mm.
when not to use ghost notes. Because I feel
Ah,
it's easy to fill up everything, right? It's
it
so easy for
is.
the
It
drummer to
is.
start filling up all the notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, if you ask my guitar player, never. But if you ask me, I think when it just isn't needed, I think you can very easily interfere with vocal lines if you're playing too many ghost notes. If there's a singer that's singing something kind of stabby, kind of more quick, then you can kind of mess with them by playing too many ghost notes over the top. But in those kind of cases, I would go back to sort of what you're talking about with the letting the hi-hat breathe more.
Okay.
You can make stuff feel nicer just by messing with your hi-hat and kind of putting ghosts there rather than on the snare.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
would say, yeah, just whenever stuff needs to be broken down to the point of just kick and snare, just 2 and 4.
All right. That's a good one. It's really good one. So I know that, for example, when you're in a jam, you just start playing a pattern, then all the other instruments start, like the bass drum. You have to look at the bass player and kind of try to match their groove in the bass
Yeah.
drum, right? The hi-hat maybe depends on the song or the style you're playing, and maybe the guitar pattern. If the guitar is doing too much, then maybe you do a bit less. How about the ghost notes? Does the ghost notes dialogue with any other instrument, or is it just something that you do to compose your thing?
I mean, you always try to, It's interesting you mentioned bass players because I think ghost notes is just as important on bass as it is on drums. So I love trying to match and lock in with bass ghost notes. But I mean, sometimes you can do your own thing. You can be a bit more, on your own with it. But yeah, like I say, I think the majority of the time you're thinking of locking in with the band.
All right, got it.
And that's kind of where stuff like the one we just did with the right left thing, that's where that can come in nicely because you're not too much in the way there. You're still hearing a nice clear kick and snare on the 2 and 4. So you're not really going to sabotage anything by doing that. If you start going like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're just gonna get fired, and I know that you've been fired for doing that many times.
Yeah, well, that's insane because you're like adding another melody, another melody.
Yeah.
It's really really cool, but it's true. You have only to listen to the drums. Then, if not, it gets messy. That's cool. Let's listen to some more demonstrations, some more ideas, or examples on how to,
Okay,
add
cool,
those.
man. I will give you. What have I got? What about? We'll go back to the rudiment thing. 6-stroke roll is one of my favorites, which is right, left, right, left. I had to think about that.
Okay.
With the accents being on the first and the last note.
All right. Got it.
That would be. So you get a really nice 6-tuplet kind of feel to it. And again, same thing. One hand on the hi-hat, one hand on the snare. You get that kind of.
Got it.
Like with any rudiment, or literally any rudiment, you can do that. 5-stroke roll, which is right, left, right, and then the opposite, left, right, left. encourage you to just take any random rudiment
Mm-hmm.
and just go nuts with it.
So okay, find the accents and all the rest.
Yeah,
Shut out the
exactly.
volume. Okay.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And then like there's this thing I've been doing recently, which is admittedly very stupid, but essentially, I guess it's basically just doubles with the
Okay.
left hand as ghosts, but really quick. So you basically will play 8 notes on the hi-hat, like you were saying, kind of one note ghosted, one note loud,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can fill in with the left
Mm-hmm.
hand. So that's like. So it sounds like, and like you said, this is probably not ideal for the band.
But it is a deal for YouTube. But just
Right,
one
this is
question:
it.
if you do it without this double, how does it sound? Just if you do just a single
Just a
ghost.
single.
Yeah. It's just okay.
It's back to
Okay, it's
that one,
just
right? So that's what I'm doing.
okay. You're not doing okay. All right, you're not doing
Right.
it in the up in the like in the second 16th. You're starting.
Uh, it's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. It's tukada and not tukada ti. No, it's tukada, tukada, tukada. All right. Uh
Yeah.
huh.
It's again like it's a lot of work for the left hand. But
But it's a really good trick.
thank you, man.
That's cool. And how and in fills, how do you feel that in how do you use it in a fill?
Fills. I mean, going back to, I don't really have any toms. Well, I have a few toms on this kit. I got a floor tom.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I love taking the idea of filling in with doubles.
Okay.
And kind of moving those around. But I mean, a simpler idea is just playing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
like a normal fill.
Okay.
One of my favorites, I call it Pat Boom Debbie Boom, right? And it's right, classic.
Sounds like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a very simple man. But if you take that and mess with the dynamics of it, literally just the same thing. Don't change the orchestration or anything. You can really just start to come up with some interesting stuff by how loud you play it and sort of the ghost notes in there. Again, on the snare, you could mess around with even changing it. Ghost notes and then an accent on the last note before you come back in is filth.
Okay.
It's always like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That kind of thing.
It creates like a go back and forth, like ruh, ruh. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. And that's very, very doable with rudiments as well.
Okay, let's go a bit on the technical part of playing notes so soft and others so loud. Can you speak a bit to it, like your hands? Like, what do you do different? I'm a beginner. I just want to understand the difference. If you shift your hands, do you what do you think when you have to?
Yeah, man. Well, I'll get the pad out again. It's getting serious. I'll get the pad out again. Basically, so when I'm playing accents or normal strokes, it's very wristy, right? And I try and be as loose as possible so I really get that. The sticks bounce all the way back up. When I switch to ghosts, it becomes a lot more finger oriented because you can play more delicately with your fingers, right? So you see that difference there.
Mhm.
Height as well. I always like to think about how high my sticks bounce.
Okay.
And you sort of want the opposite with ghosts. So yeah, I would say, I mean, I guess the long and short of it is the ghosts are with the wrist and
Okay.
the accents are with the wrist and the ghosts are with the fingers.
Okay. Got it. Okay, that's a good one. For the bass drum.
Heel down when you're playing ghost notes, and then heel up when you're
Okay.
accenting.
Cool.
Yeah, really dig
Alright.
in. Bury
That
the
sounds
beta
cool.
as well. Keep the beta in the head so you get that muted thing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Let's play a bit more then. I'm gonna share here the screen, and we're gonna do get an exercise in drum coach
Sick.
and add some ghost notes to it. So let's say I'm here in drum coach. Let's say we're gonna practice for 10 minutes. Shall we go for technique or more for styles for rock and rhythms?
Let's go style.
Okay, so let's do a rock.
Style over technique any day, mate.
If we go to rock, let's see what drum coach brings me. Okay, you're not gonna hear the sounds of this because the sound's not sharing, but we just can keep the image here and play it. So if you can, please, can you play this like four bits the first one and 4 bits the second one on the drums?
Oh, sorry, you broke up there, man.
Can you try playing this just straight without any ghosts?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool. So, what would be your approach here to add ghosts to it? You're starting to, like, you're a beginner. So, what's the
I'm a
first?
beginner. The immediate first thing I would do is on the second measure, the and on the 2, that second snare drum. That's
Okay.
screaming for a ghost note.
All right. Cool.
So that would be
Okay.
just gives it.
Kaki.
Yeah, exactly. Just really bring that down.
Okay.
And then again, like this is, what would I do? I guess just singles to fill in. You could very easily make all the snares in there doubles or the same as that second beat or the second measure.
Oh,
So you could go. Right. You could go.
All right. Got it. Okay.
Right. So you're making all of them the same.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting idea.
Okay.
You could.
Could you do it actually before, like anticipation for the second and fourth beat?
Absolutely. Yeah. No. So.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Can you play a bit? We can hear it. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, cool.
I like that.
Nice.
I mean, you could. Again, you could go back to the sort of right-left thing.
Just filling it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So
a little bit more.
Okay. How about if we play more of the 16th notes? So not only 8 notes, not just the upbeat, but maybe the last 16th.
Yeah.
You know, like B, chaka.
Oh, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. B.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Good work. I like that.
Also, I think one thing that happens a lot is adding ghost notes in the middle of, like, for example, this chew, we had a ghost note here.
Yes.
Tika, you know?
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Cool. Shall I try another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or actually, let's try this. Play this. Simple. and then start adding ghost notes variations to it. And
Okay.
we need to keep listening to the main thing.
Yeah.
There will just be ghost notes around, and we see the difference.
I got you, man. All right, here we go.
That's nice. You know what I feel is that it makes sense when you add the ghost notes as another melody.
Yes.
You know, there is the thing, and then you bring this ghost note. Like I'm gonna, for example, when you're gonna repeat, you're gonna loop the whole exercise. In the last beat, you add a diddy. That's like I'm coming to something. You know,
that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is like technically that's just a double and a single.
Okay.
I like them really clean. People buzz them a lot.
Yeah.
But different styles, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes I want to buzz, sometimes I want a bit more clean. But yeah, man.
That's a nice, easy tip to apply after the live.
Definitely.
Let's try another one. So let me go for the second exercise of this. Ooh. Okay, these already have 2 ghost notes here. So
yeah, man.
Okay, these already have. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You wanna try it?
Yeah, let's do it. So.
Cool.
Again, yeah, those ghost notes are in there already.
Yeah. And I feel that they make sense in this. Like it creates a conversation between the hi-hat and the snare drum here. So boom, cha, katika. It creates this boom, cha, katika, and also like bringing back to the bass drum, cha, katika, boom.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that stuff is, again, yeah, I use that a lot.
Yeah.
I always think Oasis with that if you slow it down. Basically
Nice.
Every Oasis song.
True. Let's try a technique one and maybe rudiments. Let's get any exercise that comes here.
Sweet.
All right. Okay, so this is just a pyramid.
Yeah.
Starting 4 fourths and then 8s, triples, 4, 16th. It's a really nice one to practice timing. And so maybe here, if I want to practice ghost notes or dynamics, how can we be creative and change a bit this exercise to practice dynamics?
Well, so I mean, I guess I would just shift where I was putting the accent where I was putting the ghost note. So you could easily do with the first one, with the quarter notes, you could just shift between ghost and accents, right? So like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then obviously you do it the other way. Kind of thing.
Okay.
Are the eighth notes doubles there?
Nope.
Singles.
Singles.
So I guess with that, it's one of that. I don't know. I don't always think of rudiments pyramid wise, you know. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do with that, honestly.
Maybe one thing we could try here is we can even try it together. Let's do the 2 first beats, accent, and the 2 last beats of each bar very low.
Okay.
And just read the whole exercise.
So say that again. You broke up a little bit
there. So the 2 first beats accented,
Yeah.
and the second, the third and the fourth beat of the bar very low, as if there was ghosts. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then so. I think that's maybe a good way to practice these two movements that you were saying before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's I think the thing with that is it's just going to give you a really nice foundation, right? A technical foundation of playing the same thing but at different dynamics. I mean, I'd also say to really kind of get into that, you could do stuff as accents, like rim shots. So you could do
cool.
you could do ghosts, rim shots, and sort of normal strokes.
Okay, so you actually are expanding the possibilities more. Now I have 3. Because it's
Yeah, man,
accent and
exactly.
rinsha, which is another sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. That's some nice ideas on how to apply technique. Goes to different rudiments. Let's see another one here. Oh, this is kind of similar to what you were saying before. It's not exactly.
What is that? Right.
This
Sorry.
is paradiddle diddle. So right, left, right, right, left, left.
Right, left, right, right, left, left. I know that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
As sextuplets as well. Again, hi-hat and snare that. If you make those first 2 accents and then everything else ghost notes, you can get some really cool stuff out of that. And then that was just putting it on the hi-hat and snare.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
I want to play that later. When we finish this live, I'm gonna do that.
But fills as well. I mean,
no, cool.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
Just move on to the toms and the hi hat.
Let me ask you something, because I see that a lot of times when you do your videos, you do a lot of things connecting kick and hands, right? Like doing this combination. When you do those, do you change the volume? Do you accented notes, or do you see all of them same volume?
You mean on the kick drum?
Yeah, when you kick and snare, or kick and snare in fills, that you do,
Yeah, sort of more linear type stuff.
Exactly. Do you change a lot the volume, or you think it more?
Well, no, I guess I do. I love ba-boom on the kick.
Okay.
That kind of. Sometimes you want it to be super the same dynamically, but I love a quiet one and then a loud one.
Okay.
And yeah, like you say in fills, I mean, the sort of classic example would be right, left, kick, kick. There you go. You can get a lot more out of that in different feels.
Okay.
If you play around with the dynamics.
Got it. It gives it much more like the taste.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it, man.
That's cool. All right. So let me remind people that in November we're going to start a challenge. So whoever practices for 200 minutes in Drum Coach will get a live session with Charlie. I mean, we'll be able to get in a giveaway. If they win, they will get a private lesson with Charlie. So this will be amazing. I will do my 200 minutes. Maybe I get a class with you.
Dude, I've never been given away before. Usually it's a punishment to hang out with me, but I'll take it.
That's really cool. And soon we're gonna make this giveaway for Drum Coach Premium. So the password for this, we're gonna send now an email for whoever registered in the Luma event for this live, and they have to say, Charlie, what's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit, it's pineapple.
Pineapple. So the person
Complete.
has to say pineapple. If not, they're not going to win. Just to
No,
see if they are
that's
here.
very important. That.
All right, cool. So let's wrap up this with another game. But now Charlie's going to challenge me. I'm going to
Okay.
put here a metronome. Charlie, which movement do you like?
I like the double stroke roll.
All right.
Classic.
Good one. Yeah. So I'm adding here a metronome. We're going to start it. This is the metronome we find inside of Drum Coach, which is pretty cool because you have a bunch of options here, like increase the speed, time tempo. It has this gap trainer, so you can practice, and then suddenly the metronome disappears and appears again, so you can really practice your timing. We're going to start, which is a very simple beginner BPM. Do you think we should practice starting the double stroke roll?
I like eighth notes at 60.
60? Okay.
60.
All right, let's start at 60. And shall we go to when? How much?
I don't know how
Okay, let's try 160, 150.
160.
160. Shit. I'm screwed.
Can we do 200?
Shall we do 200?
We gotta try, right?
All right. Oh my god. I'm gonna burn my hands. All right. So every bar, it's gonna go 1 BPM higher.
Amazing.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Shall we do? You wanna just show what's the double stroke roll for if someone is doing it, they can do it together.
Yeah. So double stroke roll is 2 notes on each hand, essentially.
Okay. Are we doing it in 16th?
We can
Or
do it
8
in
notes?
16ths. Let's do 16ths.
Okay. So the 200 will be. Let's see till when we get.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I will mute myself because then, if not, the audio is going to be super crazy. We're going to just listen hear you. Okay.
Okay. No worries.
And the only thing, let's see if we can. Can you hear the metronome?
I can't. No.
You can't hear the metronome now.
No, I can't hear that.
Oh my god. Let's see what's happening. Let me remove the metronome and put it again. Let's see. No?
No, I'm not getting that.
All right. So let's solve it. I'm going to do it again. Presenting, sharing audio. Yes, I'm sharing my audio.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So go for it. We're writing 63.
Okay. We did 8 notes, I guess.
Wait, Good job. We did it.
Thank you, man.
This should be a
Thanks.
good warm up.
Yeah. Love
Really
it.
nice. Really cool. All right. Thank you so
Amazing.
much. Thank you so
Oh,
much. For
dude.
those that stayed, put pineapple in the email that I'm going to send for the winner of the giveaway. And let's practice drum coach this month because you may win this live class with Charlie. Charlie, thanks so much for sharing all your knowledge.
Oh, dude. Thank you for having me, man.
Looking forward for the next one.
Absolutely.
Great. See you, man. Good
See you
drumming.
soon. Cheers, man.
Bye bye.